Alright Marvel fans, brace yourselves, because I think we just uncovered the next hero coming to Marvel Rivals. After IGN's recent Moon Knight gameplay reveal, some eagle-eyed fans noticed a surprising detail. In the kill feed, a mysterious player tagged 666 got taken out, but as Hawkeye. And here's the thing, the same player showed up as Moon Knight in the IGN Psylocke video, so I'm calling it now. I'm 99.9% sure that Hawkeye will be coming next to Marvel Rivals. And not only do we know he's coming to the game next, but we also know his full kit because it's been leaked for quite a while now, and it's going to shake things up. From devastating arrows to slick sword slashes, I'll break down everything about how he'll play, what he'll be good at, and where he might fall short. Let's break everything down. So now that we're almost certain Hawkeye's coming next, let's talk about how he's going to play in game, and lucky for us, it's all there already. So let's break it down ability by ability. First up we have Skyward Leap. Now I want to say I will be reading this off a monitor because I don't have the brain of a robot. So first up we have Skyward Leap. This move lets him perform a double jump in the direction of the movement. This will be huge from ability, allowing him to reposition quickly, keep a distance and find those strategic spots on the map for taking aim. Expect Hawkeye players to use this to dodge attacks or to elevate your place in the map and get a better shot. Next up we have Archer's Focus. Now this is a targeting ability where by aiming at an enemy, Hawkeye increases his focus, which boosts the damage of his piercing attacks. For players who like precision and timing, this ability will reward skilled aim and let Hawkeye deal some serious damage if he lines up the shots perfectly. Now on to the piercing arrow. Now this is exactly what it sounds like, a strong and direct attack. This will probably be a go-to move for consistent range damage, ideal for putting pressure on enemies from a distance. Then we've got Hypersonic Arrow. Now this one gets me really excited because it's an arrow with some major speed, hitting hard and dealing additional damage to all enemies in its path. This could be a real game changer for hitting groups of enemies and punishing people who lines up in front of them. Next up is Crescent Slash. Now this is a frontal slash with a katana that launches hit enemies into the air. So yeah, Hawkeye isn't just about the bow and arrow here, which is great. He's got some close range tools here, and I think Crescent Slash will be a way to punish players who try and close the distance on him. Moving on to Hunter's Sight. Now this is what I think his ultimate ability is, and this is also where it gets unique. Hawkeye captures after images in his view, and any damage he deals to an after image is transferred to the real enemy. Imagine this, he could focus on after images even while repositioning and still deal consistent damage. It's almost like hitting a target without even facing them directly. And finally is Ronin Slash, which is a cool little nod to the comics as well. This ability lets Hawkeye swing a wakizashi. I do apologise if that's some wrong pronunciation there. It strikes frontal enemies and deflects incoming objects as well. This is going to be vital for him to stay alive in the middle of a fight. I see this as another ability that punishes people who try and get close and overwhelm them. Okay, now that we've been through the abilities, what kind of playstyle are we actually looking at? I think Hawkeye is going to play like a hybrid. He's got the mobility and range to stay back and play like a sniper, but he also has a surprising amount of close range abilities, which is different in how we've seen him in any game before. His strengths, well, pretty obvious, but it's range control. With abilities like Piercing Arrow and Hypersonic Arrow, he'll be able to keep pressure on opponents from quite a distance, forcing them to think twice before rushing him. Archer's Focus and Hunter's Sight will reward players who are precise with his aim, while his Ronin Slash will give him that edge in close counters. But of course, like every character, he does have some weakness. With a kit that demands strategic positioning, he's likely to be vulnerable if players don't keep moving. Characters who are faster and can close that gap might throw him off, especially if he's out of defensive abilities. So while he's really strong from a distance, Hawkeye players will constantly need to be aware of who's around them. So there you have it. All signs are pointing towards Hawkeye being the next revealed character for Marvel Rivals. I'm excited to see how he plays, and I think he will bring a mixture of precision and power into the game. What do you think? Are you excited to see Hawkeye in the game, and how do you think he'll stack up against the rest of the roster? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, if you're as hyped for Marvel Rivals as I am, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos like this or any future updates on the game. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Flashback.
This ability lets Hawkeye swing a what?